You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Dead Sons storyline and may contain spoilers for the Dead Sons adventure path published by Paizo Incorporated. The following segments may contain mature themes and adult language. In this episode, the party contends with the defenses inside the Cult of the Devourer's asteroid hideout. Okay, so when last we left our heroes, let's start at the beginning of the book here. First of all, you all were sent to the diaspora to look for clues pertaining to the Cult of the Devourer. You were set upon by a ship called the Rusty Rivet. You negotiated safe travel through the diaspora to your destination. Ion may or may not have recognized somebody on that ship. Who's to say?
Who may or may not have recognized me back.
You know,
Maybe.
it's hard to say. You land on asteroid K9204, at which point you are set upon by a
Sniper.
a Sarkeesian who seemed to have been mind-controlled by this creature known as a Screesire. You fought it and several of its hatchlings before making your way into what appears to be an underground facility. And just before we left and you attempted to make entrance into this place, I believe it was Cyna, Ion, and Maia received an unhealthy dose of a poison known as mind spores.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that bugged the crap out of me because it's game again.
Because it had to have gotten through the suits.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hooray!
So as a reminder, mind spores cause a -4 penalty to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks, skill checks, and saving throws for 1d4 hours. And this is actually a mind-affecting effect. So, for 3 hours, you will be attempting to fight this off. Now, everyone was at the entrance here. Hand me my panda Maya. My panda. Panda Maya. Okay.
It's going to be super disorienting today.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, the four of you are at the entrance. The dark and oppressive tunnel below the asteroid's surface gives way to a severe chamber crafted of metal and concrete. A wide sliding door stands in the far wall of the room, rust dappling its edges like rotten lace. A single light above the doorway flickers weakly. You have, once you got within about 10 feet of the door, this trap sprung and caught the majority of you. Zenka, however, was able to keep their wits about them and was not affected by this trap.
Sometimes you have dumb luck.
Let's see. So we've got alright, so you are currently in this antechamber where the airlock exists. The outer airlock door exists somewhere like in this area and is open. This airlock door is closed, so in order for you to be able to gain access and to do so safely, you'll need to cycle the airlock.
That's okay. Maia knows how to do that, like, on her PDA. Because in the future we return to this.
All right, for the people who can't see, I was making weird PDA things with my fingers.
Okay. So to close the outer door is easy. To be able to open the inner door and be able to access this facility, it will require either an engineering check or a strength check just to bash the door open, depending on how.
Engineering check?
Yeah.
No computers check?
No, there's
Okay,
no
okay.
computer for you to actually take advantage of.
Right.
Mechanical lock.
29.
29 is going to be sufficient to open this door up. There's no influx of air or anything while you're doing that. The antechamber kind of refills with air, so everything's acclimated. You basically get this view. So north, playing the part of the North Star, is Zenka and Ion. So to your west, there appears to be this massive hallway. And about 10, 20, 30, about 40 feet in, there appears to be a console. Riveted walls of steel around the airlock hatch extend into a cavernous gloom. At the chamber center stands a wide computer console that practically stretches to the ceiling. Rows of grimy buttons frame its blank display screen, from which emanates the faintest of glows.
Okay. So I'm going to walk over there. And I'm going to look at this computer. What's it all about?
Okay.
I'm not trying to hack it, because I'm not. I mean, I basically know, like, some of Windows. But
I can log in.
Yeah, I can log in. I know where the power button is. But, if it's all like security terminal number 5 or whatever, that's what I'm checking out. What's the computer about?
I suppose I would
not
follow
really,
him up there.
Yeah, there's not really any indication.
It would make sense for my character to.
As to...
Ooh, a computer.
For Ion, there's no indication as to what this actually does. To Maia, on the other hand, this appears to be probably an electrical mainframe, given that it stretches all the way to the ceiling. And there's some pretty hardcore mechanics and electronics sort of going in and out of it. So that's what you kind of envision this thing handles.
I'm assuming it has a password to get in. You can't just start
like typing away on it.
Yeah, so
password's just the letter.
There's like a post-it note with the password on it.
It's like I imagine like Paizo like every now and then adds like a check to a computer and it's all like perception check viable and it's like perception check just to see the sticky note with the
that is literally in one of the
it is.
It's the Star Sugar Heart Love.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There's one of them that's like if you score the perception check, you find the sticky note that's got like the password.
That's amazing.
On it. Not
flip
the
it
case
up and down. Flip the router
here.
over and look for the password.
You gauge this to be probably like a tier 3 computer.
Ooh.
So it's got some
It's
juice
beefy.
behind it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
beefy.
So it's going to require a computer's check to actually hack.
And Maya's like, oh, tier 3. Someone thought it mattered.
I guess from the damage we took previously, I'm gonna step back a bit and tell everybody else to step back a bit, and I'm gonna remotely hack it.
From those
not
minuses.
a bad idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
Since
From
we just got
those minuses.
sprayed, but
Okay, so
Right.
I can do 20 feet. That's what I can remotely hack from. But you guys are welcome to stand as far back as
I'll
you
stand
like.
25 feet.
I will stand just inside the doorway,
okay.
so I don't get blown up in the event we need somebody else to do this.
I'll stand 25 feet back. Just behind.
Yeah, I guess
Just behind.
put me 20 feet back, and I'm gonna computers.
Tucked in back by the door.
Okay. So everybody steps back, you get out your rig, and you start
Oh, that's a real good one.
typing away.
16 plus 18.
That's a 34. Okay.
Minus 4.
So 30. Because the
Mine-
mind spores.
Oh, because of the mind spores.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
30 is still sufficient.
You're like, man, this is harder than it should be.
It's like,
I could do this with one brain.
It's like I
right
didn't
behind
drink
my
an
back.
energy drink this morning. Oh, mine's fuzzy.
My head hurts.
My
you
camel pack has been empty of Red Bull for 3 days now.
fresh coffee still. So you're able to get into the actual computer. You do have a you do have access to a few controls. First of all, you have access to the lights. Currently, the base is pretty dark right now, so you do have access to
It's
the
more for
lights.
our operative. Do you want me to turn the lights on, or
Well, I mean,
No. Dark is fine.
yeah, operative likes dark, but I'm also kind of feeling like if you turn on all the lights and there are people here, that's all like, someone's here now. Like if I'm in my house alone and all the lights come
the
on,
IT staff
yeah,
are
I'm
like,
all like,
who's turning the lights on?
All the drow that you have in the basement. Just,
That's what IT staff are. They're the drow of any company.
IT kobolds.
You know, the funny thing is that my undergrad,
be a
the
cameo.
IT department, was definitely in like the most dungeon-like aspect of the entire campus. Like, there's plenty of other places they could have been that was way more accessible, but they were just all like, "Where's the dungeon on this campus?" Let's
You
put
want to
the
be inaccessible.
over
Like,
there."
if you're that
dungeon
person, you don't want to deal with humanity directly.
It's like
So
you're putting up like the gates. Like you're still gonna have personal interaction every now and then for the bad problems, but you're putting up these gates so it like removes some of the flow. You know, like
you create some
you do these
disruption.
things on purpose.
So you do have access to the lights. The computer also has control modules for two curious systems. One is labeled Entrance Deterrent, and the other is called Chamber of Devouring.
What?
I feel like we
So
might know what one of those
Yeah,
is.
I feel like we know what the entrance deterrent is.
It didn't deter us that well. It
But
tried
I
damn
kind of
hard,
feel like the Chamber of Devouring might be something.
Is there
you'd
like a
want-
README file? In
Yeah,
the
if
Chamber
there's
of
like a
Devouring, or is it
README
just
or
open
like
or closed?
or like a little question mark icon for like help or something
The,
like
the
that.
three settings are low, medium, and high.
Oh no!
What does the high setting do? Boop.
Don't.
You just hear screaming. Oh no! Push it back up.
Oops.
Off.
There is no off. There is only low. So either of these are going to require additional computers checks to be able to manipulate,
Okay.
but they just seem to be modules that this electric.
Can he like link his personal computer to it? So like if he wants to activate it remotely from somewhere else in the base, he can.
Sure.
Okay. Base have Wi-Fi.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you've got local. You could probably.
Yeah. Right.
We got Wi-Fi.
Okay. We can handle that.
Okay.
We'll worry about doing the later computer checks later.
Yeah, but
But we know.
But to be able to access either of those modules, you'll have to make a computer's check.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now or later
It's
when
up
we
to
try
you,
to
whatever you
access
wanna do.
them?
Do it now. That doesn't mean you have to like turn them on. But I'm
Okay.
curious as to
Just
what
to
they
open
are.
up the check.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 13 plus 18 minus 4, so 27.
Nine.
Yeah.
Which one are you accessing?
The Chamber of Devouring excites me a little bit more than the lights.
Does it have a help?
Well, it's not
Yeah,
just the
about
lights.
this.
The two modules were
Oh.
Entrance Deterrent
Oh, okay.
and Chamber of Devouring. So
Oh, okay.
you access Chamber of Devouring.
Our entrance was deterred already. We don't need to turn
Yeah.
it off.
Your settings are, I mean, you can turn. You've got like an on-off. There's a reset functionality. There is a disable functionality. There's also just kind of like FAQs or like a
Frequently asked questions
On,
about
or
the
like,
Chamber of Devouring.
It's like any
Reset.
type of like information. On-off, reset, disable.
It's like the Jaws ride at Universal Studios.
I would like to
Reset.
access the FAQ.
Okay. It appears that it is a set of high-powered lasers that are used as kind of like a security defense mechanism to protect a particular part of this facility.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
not Jaws. It's Resident Evil.
It is
That's super
Resident Evil.
useful
Yeah.
because if you could eventually just like hack that shit.
And now, do I know what part of the facility that the Chamber of Devouring is attached to? So, like a facility map?
Yeah, it is actually
There's a fire code map.
like
Come on
from
now.
here up to that wall.
Is
So-
the laser defense system?
Yes.
And it
So
looks
it's that
like,
whole hallway.
according to my facility map I've accessed, we have to go through that hallway.
Yeah, because there's no other doors,
Right.
really.
So I guess for the time being,
Turn
we'll
that shit off.
probably turn it off.
Okay.
Would be a fair...
Right.
Turn it off unless the need arises.
Right,
Just to
yeah.
Turn it back on.
I'm going to click off, so...
So if we have to run out of here in a hurry, at least the terminal is here on the way out, so we can lock the doors behind us with
Yes.
lasers.
With
Yeah.
lasers.
So
Oh,
you disable that. Gain some experience
Nice.
as a
That's
result.
my favorite. Experience points. Actually, I'm pretty pumped for level 7. Level 7 lets me actually, like, modify my person with a drone mod.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like, it's...
That's kind of neat.
Speaking of leveling, I've a tactical choice here for the group
Okay.
between my operative exploits I want to take
Sure.
for this level before we
Mhm.
get into a fight.
Mhm.
I have the option of taking, making people make a reflex save or be disarmed, or make a fortitude save or be staggered.
Staggered is only one action around.
Yeah, staggered is amazing, but fortitude saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortitude saves hurt unless you're, like, made to make fortitude saves.
See, well, that's
No,
true.
monsters make good fortitude saves.
Yeah.
What was the other
Well,
option?
monsters aren't wearing
Yeah.
weapons either.
Reflex save or be disarmed. I mean, strictly game mechanic.
I feel like staggered is going to be more useful because not every enemy can be disarmed.
And
And every enemy
Well,
can become
Every enemy can be
staggered.
disarmed if you try hard
Disarm
enough.
is
You
so
just
fun.
remove their arm.
disarm is cool.
You just slice the arm off.
I
I'm
think
literally going to disarm you. We're
I
going to
think
disarm.
honestly,
none of us
dude,
went
I
melee,
think they're
so it's
both
like-
good because the
none of
thing
us have
is
swords.
like staggered.
Jared, you can have an opinion here because I know staggered makes for terrible,
No, I
terrible
don't care.
genocide.
I'm going to be honest with you.
It's just one action.
We're not going.
You
Someone
only get
picking up their gun that you disarmed them with to shoot us with effectively has the same effect of them shooting us and not moving. But
How many
You
of,
can't
how many
disarm-
of us
you
have
can't-
multiple weapons on our person?
and none of us are really melee. And we don't have the ability to disarm something from, say, its natural attack. So I feel like staggered kind of accomplishes the same thing.
Staggered's
when
really
you're
awesome
in,
for those big
but
bosses
is
that it's like
more. Apple.
Yeah, I
you
know.
try to get away and
All
then
right,
they
all right.
move their two.
That's fine.
I do like disarming though.
That feels more of a Cyna thing. Like she's like, okay, now, get out of my face.
Yeah. What are you going to do now? You need a better role model.
You better roll.
So you
So I guess disarming it is.
so you've disabled the laser trap. You have
We should disable the entry deterrent system as well,
Right.
that will require a separate computer's check.
just in case that has like a reload function on it.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't feel like getting mind spored on my way out.
That'd be good.
I kind of suck at those checks anyways.
30 even after the subtraction.
Okay. You're able to access the entrance deterrent.
That's because statistically random is better than your dice.
Right, yeah. Mine are statistically low numbers.
Yeah.
You bought the wrong weighted dice.
Yeah, about the opposite of what somebody wants.
It's like you save those
You're
for
like, hey,
people playing
Do you have a particularly
Star
terrible
Trek
set of
game.
dice? I want those.
Do you have any dice that somebody brought back because they
were haunted or
Oh,
need
no.
some
Need
non-exercised
like a vengeful ghost
dice.
inside of my dice. That's what I'm looking for.
Just
Oh, Lord.
just sneak into a Catholic church, just dip them in the holy water real quick, and peace out. No, you're able to access
Half the church explodes.
You're able to access the entrance deterrent. It does
We'll
have a
need stats
countdown
for those
timer
by the
on
time
it
this
that
episode
is
comes
like
out.
a automatic rearm, but you can
Okay.
turn it on, off, reset manually, or disable.
Okay.
What you should do is you should reload it and then turn it off. And then when we run out, activate the lasers and then activate the mind spores so that when they come running out after us, they get shot up by lasers and then they get like sister mommied right at the end.
I like that. I like that plan.
Oh my
Or there's the
God.
possibility if we think that
if it comes up,
Hey, now
that's
that you
not the episode title.
Sister mommy.
Although that might be.
If it comes up, that's not the
no,
episode
that's
title.
what Feeble
That is
Mind
not
is.
the
I remember
episode
that
title.
coming up at a game we were playing.
We were playing some society thing, and someone got feeble-minded and literally rolled like. Is that the one that automatically reduces you to 1, or is that the one you roll 1?
It reduced you to 1.
Yeah, it reduces you to 1, and they failed their save, and it was all like, "Oh, dude, you just like, oh man, you're like someone's sister mom right now."
It's bad.
Your charisma's dropped, like you just grew teeth out the side of your face. Like,
Oh, God. What have we done?
The last time I ran into that spell was a game that Donnie was running, and pretty much everybody in the party but me got hit by that spell.
it's a devastating spell.
bad.
It was not good.
It's bad.
Just Magikarp's laying on the floor. Like, that's...
So, yeah,
Yeah, I guess reset it and turn it off.
Yeah.
Or we could, because it's facing out, right?
The thing is when we leave and close the door behind us, then we'll just turn it on, and then when the door opens again, it will just be all
Right.
like, Mind Spore.
Because like my thought is like, what if somebody comes in behind us while we're in here? I could leave everything activated, turn it off on our way out, since I'm like wirelessly in now.
yeah, basically you have full access to
Yes,
all of this.
both of those.
Yeah.
And you can
Okay.
reset this one manually.
Okay.
So,
I will, I guess, rearm that in case somebody is coming in behind us, and then when we make it through here, rearm that until we're ready
so
to
that
leave.
sounds
just so
correct.
you know, this is on a 10-foot thermal proximity sensor.
So do not turn it on until we have moved forward some.
Yeah,
Not gonna-
it's 10 feet in thermal. The trap right there is straight location. Like if you were anywhere in that hall,
Okay.
Okay.
lasers come on.
Do we want to go over here or over here? It doesn't matter.
Actually, yeah, based on map. it
Did you
doesn't-
find the map?
Yeah, yeah, facility map.
Well, yeah, it's the same hallway.
Evens odds. We're going this way.
Okay.
Right.
So you go to
That's the plan.
north.
Once we're out of range of this, reset, rearm. Once we're out of this hallway,
We'll
reset,
Final Fantasy
rearm.
this.
Yeah, that's good.
So you have to go through the Chamber of Devouring. Half a dozen tiered pillars are interspersed throughout this wide hallway, which ends in a concave wall made of plated steel. A strange pile of body parts and viscera lies next to the easternmost pillar. The faint scent of ozone hangs in the air. The tiered pillars are 10 feet tall and constructed of treated adamantine alloy.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Wow.
If anyone has a mysticism check, might have
Zenka
one.
does.
I'm getting back.
I think I've got a weak
right
one.
now.
Yeah, I do. I got a weak one. 18 plus 5, but
That
minus
is-
4, right?
Yeah.
That is
It's 18
sufficient.
plus 1.
Maya's able to identify this as
All right, I
remains.
rolled a 1.
Cool. 13 won't get there.
She's like, mystical stuff matters, and then she's all like, oh yeah, I read about this on Wikipedia.
So Maya knows that this
So,
is the
what do you know
remains-
about it? I just remember reading it.
You make some interesting choices as to what you
In
do
all
in your
fairness, that
downtime.
is normally the conversation when Wikipedia is involved.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I
Uh,
remember reading it.
Maya can identify it as the remains of some manner of undead humanoid. It's difficult to discern the creature's exact features, however, because the corpse has been cut into little chunks.
It is Resident Evil.
It's Resident Evil.
You know what?
He's meat cubes now.
I like
Ugh.
this trap. I also like that we didn't walk into this
Oh.
trap.
Hey,
God.
would you like for me to read you some information from the FAQ about the power of these lasers?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So this is a technological trap, location-based, has its own initiative. It is a continuous duration until disabled. The initial effect is a wall of laser beams, 5d10 fire. A reflex save avoids them. There's a onset delay of 6 seconds when you walk into there. Now, there are special rules if you roll a 1 on your reflex save.
Oh, no.
There's a high price to pay for sluggishness in avoiding the laser wall. If a creature rolls a natural 1 on the reflex saving throw to avoid the trap, it must attempt a DC 15 reflex saving throw after. If the creature succeeds at the second saving throw, it takes normal damage from the trap. If it fails the second saving throw, the creature takes 20 d6 fire damage as the laser wall slices through it and is likely sliced into minuscule chunks of gore. If you botch the reflex save,
If you double botch that reflex save, you're done.
taking 20d6.
Holy.
That's on top of the
Moly.
first damage.
It
right?
slices, it dices, it makes julienne fries.
And
Yeah.
it turns undead into little chunks of gore. Like, it's...
Wow. I've never seen somebody take their pound of flesh and literally cut it up into individual.
Just imagine,
Oh, no,
like,
no, no. We're subdividing you into 1 pound chunks
It's like-
of flesh.
Right.
I'm hungry. Throw a 5-pound like bag of potatoes
They,
in there and wait a few moments.
They do
Wow.
not want people in this place.
Yeah. What you don't know is the floor breaks way into a giant boiling, like
Slow cooker
like
to cook out the
vat
fat
of
all
gr-
the-
of
This is why
boiling
it's called-
grease.
Oh, no, it's
This
a
is-
deep fryer.
Yeah, of
This
grease.
is why it's called the Chamber of Devouring.
Now that you've looked at
We
this,
walked into a space McDonald's.
now that you've looked at this body, can anyone make me a culture check as you find a mostly intact patch from the creature's environment suit?
15 minus 4, 11.
Mostly.
I didn't,
I got
roll
a
good.
5.
18. Because we're smart.
If it has to
Mine's
do
fours
with
are the
if it has
demo.
to do with piracy, it counts as a 10.
Virtual dice are failing me.
It does not count.
Throw me my
But a
big black
mercenary
die.
unit. Or military.
Because I trust it more than the RNG I've got it right now.
So we'll
Thank you.
put it this way: you're not able to recognize the affiliation. The picture, though, is what was Maia's check again?
An 11.
11.
After the minus
Well, no,
4.
mine was an 18, and I do get a bonus if it's a military unit.
It is.
It counts as
What?
5
My fee
plus.
matters?
Yes.
Okay.
So what? You reduce the DC by 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is effectively 23. This insignia belongs to the corpse fleet.
What have we done?
Does it?
Cyna's going to lean over and grab this insignia and say, "Give me that." We are in some shit.
We
don't
stepped into doo-doo.
This is a corpse fleet insignia.
That doesn't sound good.
I'm like Googling corpse.
So-
These are the Eoxians that are too evil for Eox.
Oh.
Oh,
So when you're
boy.
so evil that the evil undead planet says, please leave,
It's
Right.
you're pretty evil.
Yeah, and they have a fleet.
See,
So here's what Cyna knows.
Corpse fleet.
that doesn't sound good.
Yep. The Corpse Fleet is an exiled offshoot of the Eoxian Navy that's made up of powerful admirals and captains who roam the universe in starships forged from bone and steel. Officially, the government of Eox condemns this rogue organization. The Corpse Fleet formed when powerful and disgruntled members of the Eoxian Navy could not stomach the world's adoption of the Absalom Pact.
Mm.
These naval officers deeply believed in the same sort of Eoxian superiority that once led the planet to destroy civilizations that refused to acknowledge Eox's power, including the worlds known as the Twins, the shattered remnants of which now form the diaspora.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Death Star.
So modern day Eox is all like, I mean, we're still cool, but we can get along with other people. And these are like the remnants of the people that are all like, you don't think we're cool, we're destroying both your planets.
Right.
No, like the planet thing happened a long time ago. Like
Like
the
the
two
Iron
planets
Horde.
were destroyed, and like Sarkeesians hate Eoxians. Like it's intense.
I'm
Like
Well, they
that big
destroyed-
smoldering crater in the middle of Eox was a Sarkeesian like doomsday weapon. That
I'm
they
just saying-
had for
I'm
the
just
next
saying
time
when-
Eox decided
when you
to do
take-
something stupid.
when you take a group of fanatical racial purists and then make them undead, you probably don't end up with something very good. And then when you give them a complete fleet of military vessels and a military structure, it probably gets even less good, and we're really not even on a scale of good at that point.
it's off scale.
Yeah, it's off scale. It's on the opposite scale.
You mean evil?
Oh, there we go. We have words for it now.
I mean, we did.
We're up to 12 bads. 13 bads.
You're the one that hit us with the -4 to brain stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you can recall.
Yeah, I'm not really doing a lot of brain stuff on a good day.
So that's what you can recall about the corpse fleet. There's probably some information that is right at the edge of your periphery that you couldn't quite get to. But
I don't like it. I don't like it. So
Well,
we're
I mean,
You know what? Like a probably
Wait,
exact.
so here's
part
the
of
thing,
corpse
That
like,
means
we're-
that this is a dead corpse fleet.
Right.
I mean, redeaded? Is that a thing? Is that what they
Permadeaded?
do?
Also,
Permadeaded.
I think the politically correct term is destroyed.
There you go.
I like permadeaded.
dead actual. Anyway,
Dead, comma, re.
We're going to
dead,
give you the
comma,
AD. What's that?
dead,
The
comma.
actual death.
okay, so
Yes.
now that you've passed through that, you are in the access corridors. A cloying gloom fills this long claustrophobic hallway. A red light on the western wall blinks slowly, giving the scene a sinister atmosphere.
Okay. We're just going to, since there's a dead end there, we're just going to go. Brrr.
Can
So
we choose a different set of words?
Since the hallway ends there,
let me check that room real quick.
so the corpse fleet is literally like undead space Nazis.
Right.
Maybe
kinda.
worse.
Yeah.
Nazis would look at these guys and go, "No thanks."
You're a little extreme.
Right.
A little much. Tone it down.
Tone it
Makes
down.
me think of the Legion from WoW, like lore Legion, not Legion is this horrible expansion.
So you are able to access that room. Minimalist sleeping pallets lie on the severe metal floor of the room, and simple shelves and dressers serve as furniture. So these chambers appear to have been living quarters and prayer rooms. They're mostly identical, though strange iconography is scattered throughout. From profane altars made of skulls to metal sculptures depicting swirling shapes tinged with some dark, foul substance. Strange, garbled phrases are written in a variety of colored paints on several walls.
Oh.
The graffiti on the walls is actually written in an unusual language. You can translate with culture check, or if anybody knows this language. So let's go around the...
I speak common, and then I can telepathically speak and understand Vest and Akatonian.
So you do not recognize the language.
Soki, Draconic, Vesk, Halfling, Elven, Castrovel, Aklo, Sheeran, Eoxian, and Kastatha.
You do not recognize the language.
Wow. You're all like, I am literally a universal translator, and I don't know this language.
Right.
I don't have a list of
we
languages,
have
but I can
issues.
guarantee you everyone that I had was on that list.
Okay.
Only thing I have different is halfling and celestial.
No.
Culture checks it is.
Culture
then.
check it is.
It, with your knowledge of Celestial, it looks absolutely perverse.
It is the opposite of church talk.
19.
19?
I got a 18.
Also
18?
a 15.
But I
It was
will...
19 before the Mind Sports.
If you assist Zenka, the two of you are able to determine
I roll
that...
to assist, I do.
So, most of you are going to be able to determine that it's at least abyssal, but between the two of you, so Ion and Zenka, you're able to actually translate.
I can actually help too with level 1, so you can automatically
Although the
assume.
graffiti is scrawled in different handwriting and is sometimes presented out of order, the writing essentially repeats the phrase, "The entropy of existence is known."
Oh no.
So, we
feel
went
like
to
I'm
go
on-
join the Starfinders, and we got jumped by a bunch of gang members.
Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, you should check out this space rock. And then we found out the space rock was a doomsday weapon. And to find out more about it, we came across an apocalypse cult, an end-day doomsday cult that worships the god of destruction of all things.
This is
And we were all like, hey, they're in this one place, and
Diaspora.
yeah, like, they're over there doing their thing, and we went to investigate. And now we're here, and shit's getting a little creepy, and somehow the corpse fleet is involved in this now at some point. So I kind of feel like, hey, go check out that rock, and then go to the library was an understatement of goals at this point.
I mean, to be fair, we've dealt with the corpse fleet once already.
No.
Nuked it.
We dealt with a dude from the corpse fleet, and he was just like a dude.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
but
Now we're dealing with the fleet.
yeah, now I think we're dealing with the fleet.
Who
Like we're,
may be worshipping that god who is a black hole, or the god of black hole.
I think the Doomsday Cult and the Corpse Fleet are at odds with each other, which is kind of like being between the Nazis and the KKK.
I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on a second here. Oh, this is in character because I'm at -4 to brain. So what do we know? Who knows about the Doomsday weapon?
That's a good question.
The
The cult
Cult does.
we know the cult
and the Eoxian ambassador.
and the Enoxian ambassador. That's what I'm saying. The cult knows about it because of whatever. Didn't the one guy said he got like a dream from the god or something like that about it, and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
they went to Castable, and then they
Right.
found out about it that way, something along those lines. But how does the Corpse Fleet know about it? Because we didn't actually encounter the Corpse Fleet. We encountered a Death Glider that had an android in it.
Right. But
You actually,
There-
on your return trip in the Sunrise Maiden, the encounter that you had there
Oh, it wasn't it? Okay.
was Corpse Fleet.
So that's
Yeah.
fine, but they didn't land on. They just scanned the rock. They
No,
didn't
but it's
actually land
possible
on
they
it.
No,
know
that-
through
that-
other means.
that big shady box that we smuggled in for the ambassador
Anybody else getting real concerned about that now?
just
Yeah, but
makes me feel like
We may have goofed up
We
a little bit.
we
little
probably
bit.
did something really illegal and just didn't realize it. And if he's like on the up and up, it doesn't make sense for the Corpse Fleet to be here. So I kind of feel
well, yeah,
like
but
he's
maybe who
not
he
on the up and up.
reports to isn't on the up and up.
What if he's like leader of the Doomsday Cult and he's secretly in it, like secretly, like
Well, no.
I'm
I
just-
mean, the obvious connection, if you want to be racist about it, is ambassador of Eoxian Death Fleet.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot more questions than we're getting answers.
No, but I feel like we're stuck in the middle of a two-way race, and we're the third person.
We just stepped into like
Who
a
showed up 6 months late?
we stepped into like a Mexican standoff, and we
Hey
are,
guys, what's up?
and we are between the two.
What are those
parts.
guns for?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We showed up to a Mexican standoff with knives.
Yeah, that's what we did. All right, so that was super fun, and now we're in this bedroom where they graffiti their walls with abyssal about the end of all things.
Yep.
Someone needs a Xanax.
So the entropy
Yeah.
of existence is known. If anyone
Or at
has
least-
mysticism, they might be able to actually
Fistful.
Roll
know
not
that
a 1.
reference
Oh,
is.
fantastic.
hey, I got a 20 even after the mind spores.
Okay.
29.
29.
You think you know?
Technomancer's
Zenka
got
really
mysticism.
Yep.
Right.
So Zenka can recall that this phrase is likely a reference to an obscure holy text of the cult of the Devourer called "The Entropy of Existence and the Glorious Rise of the Void."
Mm.
Well,
That
it's
is
like
the
half
book
the title.
Yeah,
The Void.
which was
Mm.
written some centuries ago by an evil elven soothsayer named Niara, and contains ominous prophecies.
Wait a second.
I would think I'm on like a spaceship right now as the Doom Marine.
See-
and, like
see,
looking around the walls.
When you have
It's
when you
like-
have the cult that is like hands down, we want to destroy everything.
So, hey, remember that deity that I brought up? That is like the deity of like black holes and entropy?
Yeah.
It is literally called the Devourer.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
All right, so that's not good.
Okay.
That was a little more appropriate than I had thought.
So if you all are in this living
Why
quarters,
did I have to be right? Why did I
make
have to
me
be right?
a perception check.
So that's a 6.
Now, the mind spores affect my
Perception, you
perception?
say?
Yes, because it's
Yeah.
a wisdom-based check.
Ugh, that's my whole character is intelligence and wisdom.
Uh-huh.
All right. So just a second. Perception.
Yes.
22 minus 4.
18,
Yeah.
20, 20.
That is going to be an 11.
Okay. Well, I'll give it to him since he found it.
Okay.
That's fine. What'd you find?
Oh, hey guys, look at this.
What is this?
Multipass.
What?
I found somebody's security badge.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
We found the red key card.
Yep. Unlock the red doors.
Where's the red door?
All right.
That one.
So let's.
The one that's pulsing red. Like somebody turned on the warning lights. But
Damn it!
Since
but
all
they turned-
these,
the warning lights are still going, but the noise was turned off because they got tired of it.
since all these, yes. That's very Aliens reminiscent.
So I've got that.
We're gonna just travel on down these sets of bedrooms, which
What's up to the right, though?
I think that's a bathroom.
That's what I was thinking, but
You can tell that this is like a doomsday cult because, like, there's 4 pieces of furniture in each room, and they were just like, I guess the bed just kind of goes here. Like, they didn't even care if it was orientated to anything else. And I'm pretty sure this one has vomit on it.
yeah.
It
Huh.
do.
Pray so hard that you just like have MS.
Oh god, I can't wait to be destroyed. I'm so excited.
Praise the
Got the nervous vomits.
I'm just so happy to be destroyed.
Oh my god, we're so mysterious.
It's gonna be awesome. All right, so on to the next room, or let's go into the bathroom and
let's go
look
to
if anyone
what looks
like
like a
stashes
bathroom.
their goodies in here.
Okay.
There's like some
Lift the
transdimensional,
like the back of the toilet.
yeah.
up.
There's like transdimensional pesh in here. Like someone's just like, I can't let
Okay.
anyone know that I'm a drug addict.
Found somebody's
They won't
car
believe it.
keys.
They won't believe in my commitment to oblivion.
So, as you make your way into this room, 3 largely empty rows of shelves line the northeastern side of this wide room. Here and there, a drooping suit of armor hangs from its rack, suggesting that this room once provided storage for a more martial bent.
Oh boy.
Speaking of martial bents,
Oh boy.
Are there doomsday cult members in here, or are there corpse fleet people in here? Because either one's not good.
Is it both?
neither.
Oh.
Oh snap! What is that?
Of the
Inside
4
this room
options.
Are security
are
robots?
2 security robots.
That's a cool ass looking security robot.
Tell me about
No
it.
doubt.
No,
The
they're
thing is-
Why do the
the thing
Doomsday
is,
cults have the best robots?
Well,
Because they kill the people who make them and take them.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, that looks like a cross between a member of Daft Punk and a Power Ranger.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty with like the Gundam wings on the back too,
Also
like the
true.
fins,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and oh gosh, what's the
It's like
what's the dude from
play droid
Uh,
Sandfold over there.
My Hero Academia, with the white armor that runs real fast? I'll think of it here in a minute. Anyway, my weeb is showing. Sorry, I'll put that away.
It's all right.
So
At least 2 of our 3 listeners are yelling the name at you right now.
yeah, it's like, why can't you think of his name? He's a class president, and I can't think of the name.
Too bad
himself
this
after his
episode is
brother.
going to come out like 6 months after
Yeah.
we've recorded.
And don't you dare correct me and say it's called Boku no Hero Academia, because if it was called that, then the Japanese title cards would say that. But no, they say My Hero Academia. Anyway, roll initiative.
There's a long way of getting to roll initiative.
Now see that?
You
That
knew it was
was letting
coming.
go.
I mean,
Yeah.
we did.
That was that special nerd rage that only true fans have.
Oh boy.
Somewhere Tyler's being belligerent. No, that's not how it is.
Title music for Dead Sons is provided by Overclocked Remix and created by CFX. Find more great game remixes at ocremix.com. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.